put it this way. We got Turkey Tom, Oompaville, Wendigoon himself on the Some Ordinary podcast, Mudahar, Shoe on Head, Brandon Buckingham, Willie Mack, Sensitive Society, Dumpy, and many, many, many other big name commentators have been slam dunking on this dude. And I'm not gonna cap with you guys, just right out the gate. I'm not really here, you know, to jump down the guy to add to the, you know, the stabbings, right? Because I view it as more of like a, you know, Caesar in the Senate. I feel like once a guy's been stabbed like 7, 8, 9, 10 times by people much larger than me, I feel like at that point my job is more to do an autopsy, okay? And so, you know, the one thing I will say before I get into any like, you know, the specifics of his response, whatever, I kind of feel bad for this guy. And I know he probably doesn't deserve it. I know it's not whatever rational, whatever people think. It's like, at the end of the day, this guy, his delivery, his rationality, his presentation, so much, every fucking aspect of that, you know, hit piece attempt, weird attempt, blew up in his face in the worst humanly possible way. To be fair, again, it's like, he kind of deserved it. What are you doing, you fucking idiot? You're mentioning literally 19 different commentators' names and blatantly lying about them in a way that makes it super fucking easy to slam dunk on your ass. But there are things that were in his video that gave me weird little signals like, okay, this guy might actually not be like, you know, in the best state of mind, right? Specifically, him interpreting Wendigoon following him on Twitter as like Wendigoon trying to intimidate him. It's like signs of, I don't know if it's paranoia or like a psychosis type vibe, but all I'm saying, without diagnosing him, I don't know the guy, is that it's like, this seems like more, like the video seemed more about this guy's mental health than it did about Wendigoon's behavior, you know what I'm saying? And so yes, his mission to cancel Wendigoon failed, all right, massively. And let's see what he has to say, because at the end of the day, this is YouTube, baby, and you get fucking punished, you get rocked if you have bad opinion, my friend. So, oh shit, this is gonna be fun. All right, bro, that's a big L right off the gate. That's a big fucking fat juicer of an L. So guys, I was gonna come out here. I was gonna come in here and read his tweets to you guys, but guess what? He's in fucking hiding, dude. He's re-entered the bunker. So I can't stay for this stream, unfortunately, but I want to put out there, IPOS is an overtly political bad faith slanderer who was mad at Wendigoon literally for being more successful than him. Yeah, so this is, okay, look, this is my appraisal of the guy, okay? The guy totally had a lot of built-up resentment toward Wendigoon, okay? There's so much within his video that gave subtle indications, subtle clues that this guy views this. He viewed I think that what he was kind of really doing was he views himself and Wendigoon as like, you know, bigger players in the horror space on YouTube, okay? But In Praise of Shadows is not rich, not wealthy. His videos take longer to make, I guess, and he basically, you know, he feels like this kind of like this injustice is occurring, right? That Wendigoon, again, he emphasizes so many times, Wendigoon allegedly is rich, allegedly grew up rich, even though he clarifies that Wendigoon's father, you know, was apparently in the mob. And he, you know, continues basically to state, like, and try and basically, you know, prove that, oh, Wendigoon, you know, he's not even a worthy horror critic, because, you know, some of the videos, he started making videos when he was like 19, you know, and then he became a millionaire or whatever. And it's like, there's so much that I can say about that, and I've said it already on Turkey Tom's stream, I believe. But, I mean, long story short, right? If there's one thing you can say about Wendigoon, it's that the guy's not a slouch, right? Like, he absolutely does research into the topics that he discusses. He does have insights. He does have like a palette for whatever horror content. just because, you know, theoretically Wendigoon was young when he started making videos doesn't mean that he hasn't learned a ton in making videos. You know what I mean? Like, this is clearly the guy's passion. He has a podcast where he discusses, you know, horror stories. Obviously, it's his literal livelihood, right? I mean, there's plenty of reasons for, in my mind, where just because someone's young doesn't mean that their opinions are worthless or whatever. Now, again, though, this guy was very resentful. Clearly, he was trying to kind of fight to establish, you know, oh, I'm kind of, you know, I kind of am more deserving or whatever of the swag that Wendigoon has in this, you know, horror subgenre. And yeah, God, look, all I can say is that last stream we had a Cheeto and Ryan Beard, both in my chat, both basically saying, "Holy shit, this guy's cooked." So, you know, if that's not proof, then I don't know what is. But he's Christian and wears Hawaiian shirts, so he's evil. Facts. In Praise of Shadows, picked on the wrong person. Wendigoon is basically the Bob Ross of YouTube for mythology or horror stuff. Yeah, this makes me so sad as someone who's been interacting in horror spaces for a minute now. Like, it's supposed to be all love and it's so toxic. Feels like I'm interacting like a Star Wars fandom. Yeah. Saying horror is about love and horror is inclusive is like such a weird thing to say and such a misinterpretation of an entire genre. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not a horror what would you say? I'm not a horror snob, okay? I've watched limited horror movies in my life, though I've watched some pretty good ones in my opinion. But yeah, I'm a guy who gets disturbed easily, you know? I don't want to distrust my reality. So I don't really, you know, watch too many horror movies. But now apparently that we only have this to go off of, let us react to our favorite Boblax. Let's react to Boblax's video on this guy because he has unfortunately locked his tweets, which is something I guess I should have foreseen, but oh well. Let's see, okay? Boblax has got some tweets for us to react to.
So the openly Christian horror YouTuber Wendigoon recently had a 34-minute exposed segment made on him in a longer video about bad conservative horror movies where he got outed for being conservative by this YouTuber called In Praise of Shadows.
Okay, yeah. He got outed for being conservative. Even though being Christian, liking guns, like these are not things that inherently make you a conservative at all, right? And specifically it's funny because the In Praise of Shadows guy, he kind of very liberally labels people as fascists, okay? And the reasons he gives for people being fascists is literally like just people actually just kind of having pretty normal, whatever, American conservative values, like donut operator. In my mind, it's like, is that guy a fascist? I don't see that, you know? But anyway.
So what if he's a conservative? Is that a problem? Which the answer to that is yes.
Goka, disturbing horror movies can help ground yourself in reality even like facing the mirror.
Yeah, but what if I'm scared of the dark? Sorry, that was rude.
One of the ways In Praise of Shadows outed Wendigoon as a conservative was by showing people on Twitter he didn't like who Wendigoon followed, with one of those people he complained about being Brandon Buckingham, who posted a clip to Twitter of what he said and captioned it by saying, "In a desperate attempt to make Wendigoon look bad for being friends with me, this overweight loser described me as a gun YouTuber who's been accused of threatening R***E.
Right, yeah. In Praise of Shadows basically flippantly, you know, labeled Brandon Buckingham as a guy who's been accused of R-word, whatever. And the guy who accused Brandon Buckingham of that was Sneeko. So, you know, Praise of Shadows obviously doing a little bit of a, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend type vibe there. But the thing is that there's so much that I could say, man. But I think that the core of this, you know, drama, the reason this happened, is because probably weed, I don't know, probably too much Twitter, right? Like if I'm trying to dig into the psyche of In Praise of Shadows, a guy that I don't know anything about, weed, Twitter, pretty deadly combo right there. And yeah, probably trying to kind of gain cultural capital in the like lefty spheres by taking down, you know, some big YouTubers. I just think he really underestimated how fucking viciously people would shit on him for trying to, basically label people as liberally as he fucking did, as being, fascists or whatever, right?
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
Brandon continues his thread by saying, "Hey, praise shadows. Going through every one of Wendigoon's friends and insulting them to try and paint him in a bad light makes you seem like a desperate and pathetic freak."
Yeah, that's facts. Okay, I want to get back to... Yo, since when are you a gun YouTuber, lol? Since the day we shook hands, Donut. Thanks for welcoming me to the GunTuber crew. Oh. Sensitive Society said, people that look like that always have the dumbest opinions possible. Okay. Well, relax, Sensitive Society. Relax, man. He doesn't look that bad. Chris the Narc, what is with all the bread tubers with mustaches like these that fucking suck as human beings? Holy shit. Let's keep her going. Okay. Lefty Video Essay, YouTube, never really gets called out for what it is, which is to say a poorly concealed front for kicking off smear campaigns. Well, that's what this video was. The video was a smear campaign attempt. They hate Wendigoon because he's openly Christian. He's not even a spicy fundamentalist Baptist. That's how much they hate God. Yeah. Possum Reviews. I'm serious. What is the controversy around Wendigoon? What has he done that made so many people want to just make up about him? Well, he's popular as hell. He's kind of the top dog of the horror community, kind of. And, again, there's people who want to, pull him down a peg. At the end of the day, again, I want to emphasize that guy in Praise of Shadows. I know that everybody's using him as soy boy leftist, whatever. It's is the guy yeah, he's probably a leftist. He probably is, yeah. But yeah, he seems like such a lazy, you know what I mean? Because it's bro, there's so much, you could totally interpret Wendigoon, as not even being a conservative, in my opinion, but whatever. My theory, because he's religious, owns guns, and has a happy and successful life without having to go at other people on the internet. See, but this doesn't make him a conservative. This does not make him a conservative, bro. But yeah, fair enough. You know why? Same reason as PewDiePie. Happy and accomplished people with very obvious... Okay, alright. I don't need to read that. It's whatever. It became popular to hate on him when they found out he is a mild conservative. That's literally it. It's hilarious how bad faith commies are on the internet. Not ever looking into the content I've made, going over case documentation about Andrew Tate and shedding light on his bad behavior, or looking past a thumbnail for damning evidence I've presented in a video. Yeah, this is Mudahar's responding to this guy because basically this guy said that Mudahar's new video on Keffels is transphobic because of the thumbnail, and the thumbnail was created by Just a Worm Art, friend of the channel. All right, I used Just a Worm's art in the Sneeko video to demonstrate Leafy, and even Keffels herself has used Just a Worm's art. So yeah, it's very stupid. This guy just didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Posted the clip of what...
Yep. Anyway, what is this?
Taken advantage of Nakado Avocado's mental decline for fame and for money.
That is so funny. Yeah, so he even takes shots at fucking Oompaville, which is so crazy. It's so insane. This guy's really just trying to not make friends, bro.
He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken advantage of Nakado Avocado's...
You should look into what bad faith things communists have done when they give him power. Yeah, interesting. So this guy's basically become, the face of communism to the commentary community for this week, which is very funny, because I don't know. Look, yeah, I watched that guy's video and I was like, this guy's just an idiot, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what he is. This new In Praise of Shadows video is genuinely horrible. Dude spends over half an hour trying to imply that Wendigoon is a far-right fascist, and his examples are like this. You literally cannot make it up, lol. You have to peel back this many layers for your guilt by association. You should just drop it. Man didn't even do Hitler drank water. This guy is friendly to guy who interviewed another guy and they drank water just like Nazis. Yeah. All right. Thank you, random person. Oh. The hill people are literal radioactive mutant incest monsters, and he immediately thinks these must be minorities. So this is in reference to basically people, by looking at some of this guy's other content, they saw him basically making associations or allusions to, you know, let's just say that basically he was interpreting certain movies' plot lines as potentially being racist, and in doing so kind of made himself look racist for thinking that. You know what I mean? Like he was projecting that the directors of a movie, the Hill people, whatever, that they were racist, but it made himself sound fucking racist as hell. RedTubers are unironically some of the most racist people out there. Yep, so here it is. New video, bad conservative horror movies. Holy shit, 2 million views. Boy, oh boy. Holy. Do you think you're a good person?
Do you think you're a good person?
That's a
Heck,
fucking...
Slayer.
That one cuts deep. Do you think you're a good person? I'm genuinely asking. Type in chat right now. Do you think you're a good person? Answer wisely. Are we going to define good? Well, I'm not going to go too deep into this right now. I'm not going to get too philosophical. But in my mind, okay, most people, I think, if you were to ask them, they would think that being, you know, kind of the default person is good, all right? Like the default is to be good. In my opinion, the default, more or less, is to be decent, which basically means not bad enough to be an outlier, not bad enough for people to think you're bad, but not necessarily like good, you know? Just decent. Like good enough to not be viewed as bad, right? I think that's the default. And that's also how I would categorize myself. I'm not convinced that I'm a good person. I think that usually being a good person, the real test of if you are a good person comes when you are in a position of power or authority, or basically when you have, you know, leverage or something over someone or something, and effectively, you know, you could act badly. You could act in a cruel manner. You could take advantage of someone who you have power over, but instead of that, you choose to actually empower that person. You know, you choose to uplift them, whatever. And I'm not that powerful of a person. Oh, no. So, you know, maybe that's a cynical sounding, you know, view of are you a good person? But, you know, I think that if you're a mother, right, if you're a parent and you work diligently to empower your children, right, and you're not cruel to them, I think that would make you closer to being a good person, right? And again, you have power over your children. Does that make sense? So if you have no power over anybody, really, and you're not necessarily doing anything that's like, you know, obviously good or whatever, I don't think that you're just by default like a good, you know? But maybe that's very cynical. I think that people overcomplicate themselves, and so they can believe they aren't a good person, but people are only bad if they knowingly do bad things. Yeah, Harry, I just feel like is that okay? Yes, the people are bad if they knowingly do bad things, sure, but are people only good if they knowingly do good things? Like, in my mind, the reason I'm talking about power is it's like, okay, here's another example. I've been saying this a lot lately, but it's like, are you a cheater? Would you cheat on your significant other? Would you cheat on your wife, your husband? Would you? Well, of course not, because you're a good person, and that would be a bad person thing to do. But would you? Of course not. You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. But have you ever had the option? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's easy as fuck for somebody to affirm, to state, to, you know, claim, I would never cheat on my spouse. It's easy for you to claim that if you have never had the opportunity to cheat on your spouse. Does that make sense? So, the real test of whether you're, you know, a good or a bad person or whatever is, in my opinion, when you have the power to, you know, commit wrong, whatever. If basically, you know, there's like a person who's hitting on you, but you already have a partner, and you basically, you know, choose like, no, I'm sorry, but I'm faithful to my partner, fuck off. Yeah, I think, you know, more reliably, that would be more reliable of a case where it's like, yeah, you're trustworthy and you're probably a good person, you know, a good partner at least. Now, to bring us back to In Praise of Shadows, okay? This... Whoa.
If you relate it to any other metric, if a movie isn't bad, we say it's fine.
Fine, yeah.
It has to be more than fine to be good. Same with people. We want the default to be good, but yeah, it's not.
Yeah, see, I'm not trying to, by the way, I'm not trying to blackpill you guys. I'm not trying to make you feel cynical about the human race, okay? We got 400 fucking people in here. I'm having an excellent night, okay? I'm not trying to have you leave this stream being like, man, am I really a good person? Are the people around me good people? It's like, you should want to be a good person, okay? It's a choice. It is truly in my mind, it's not the default, but it is a choice. And it's pretty simple. Just choose to be that person, right? Choose to uplift others. Choose to empower, those you have power over, whatever I would say, because I'm a fucking nut. Yeah, I mean, it's, in my mind, it's not, demotivating to think like, damn, most people are just decent? It's like, yeah, most people are decent. That's why you should choose to be good. Lead by example. Fuck them all, bro. Be the standard you wish to see in others. Hyperion, the boundary for true good is harsher than people think. It has to hurt. You have to do good at your own detriment, or you're just self-back-patting. That's so fascinating. Hyperion, that's fascinating, because this goes into a theory I've been kind of developing, which you guys can think I'm fucking cracked, but oh man, in my mind, okay. Yeah, I don't think you always necessarily need to sacrifice, but I think that love, if you love someone, love is typically someone you are willing to sacrifice for, okay? So I'll give you another example that I was just talking about. You love your mother, right? Maybe you don't, but if you do love your mother, think about this. When you're a young child, when you're like a 10-year-old little fella, a little guy. Hi, little guy. If your mother tells you to do a chore, if your mother tells you to fucking vacuum the ceiling, okay? If you don't do that and you're a little fella, your mother could smack you like a little fella, like a little boy, little just go to fucking town on that. Okay. Anyway, point is, when you become a big boy or girl, big woman, whatever the fuck, okay? And your mom, asks you to vacuum the ceiling. Let's just say theoretically, right? So you're a kid, you're dependent on your parent, okay? Your parent is physically, more powerful than you. Like, they could hit you, like I was saying. But they also, house you. They have more money than you, all this stuff. They have a fuck ton of power over you. So when you are, forced to vacuum the ceiling, that's coercive, right? But you're not really sacrificing. You're just being made to do it from a state of less power, right? But when you're a big old fella, a big old gal or guy, let's say you have your own income, you have your own housing, you're bigger, stronger than your mom. Theoretically, if your mom asks you to vacuum the ceiling, you could just say, no, fuck off. I'm busy, okay? But if from that position, where you don't need to do it, right? You're in a position of power, relative power, whatever you say, where you don't have to do it. If you then choose basically to vacuum the ceiling for your mom, in my mind, that is way more indicative of love, an act of love, than if you were to do it as a little fella, where you have to do it, right? And so the point is that usually, in my mind, my theory, love, okay, is basically being in a position of relative power, okay, over someone or something, where you don't need to do this thing, but from this position of power, okay, and whatever, control, whatever, you choose to do that thing, to empower the other person, or to basically give them power over you, something like that, right? Like, again, it can be that you choose to vacuum the ceiling because you realize, like, okay, my mother is getting older, and, I want to help her out, right? So that's like a way where you're trying to empower your mom. Or you can think of it as like on a meta level where it's like, I want to give my mom this power over me where she asks me to do something and I do it for her because I just want her to see that I value her. I want her to see I'm still her boy or her girl or whatever, And so, my, theory or whatever is that love is typically sacrifice, okay? Now, when people talk about falling in love, that's a bit different to me, okay? Because falling in love, in my mind, that's like a lot more based on fantasy, right? Because, at the start of a relationship, and the butterflies, all this exciting shit, you barely know the person. So much of what you know of the person is like fill in the blanks with your fantasy, your imagination, right? And so in my mind, real love, whatever, is when you know the person almost too well, right? You've seen too much of them to an extent, but you still choose to lift them up, empower them, choose to basically do what you believe is best for them, right? Like to sacrifice a little bit of your own power, your independence, whatever you want to say, in order to serve them, right? And again, one of the most true forms of love typically is a parent to a child, right? Doesn't this kind of make sense, right? Most parents love their kids, and that means that they sacrifice a fuck ton for their kids to empower their kids, right? So, yeah, if you want to be a loving person, which I would kind of associate with being a good person, yes, you want to, at the very least, I would say you just don't want to be cruel. You want to try to avoid being cruel, and when you are cruel, you want to be aware of it, okay? Because, everyone's capable of cruelty, myself included. But yeah, when it comes to, being a loving individual, again, it's not about just being, it's not about just like giving everything to everyone. It's not about just becoming a meek little fella, because again, you kind of, in order to empower other people, right? In a loving, whatever, self-sacrificing way, you usually, in my mind, need to do it from a position of power where you don't really need to do that, right? Like if you are working to empower your boss because you want a promotion or you want to glaze him so that he'll fucking give you, a Remy, whatever.
I feel like I could conquer
That's not
the
necessarily an act of love. That's more ration. Thank you to everybody who's chilling with me, okay? If all you Queeman immigrants, whatever, the men and the women, the men from Queeman's stream, make sure to join my Discord, okay? I only stream once a week, every Friday night, okay? Many thanks to Queeman for, throwing you into my stream, but yeah, join my Discord. My mods are spamming it. We have a new art contest, so if you're an artist, you should join my Discord, okay? Because trust me, this is going to be a very fun art contest. We have a lot of submissions. It'll be good. And join the Discord if you want to join our gardening club, okay? We have a gardening club. I know it's fucking weird, bro. It's weird, but we have it, so, feel free to join. It's kind of cool. But anyway, Daisy's spamming the link. Join that shit, my friend. Now, back to In Praise of Shadows, my favorite commentator, bro. This guy is actually, like, here's the thing you need to understand about In Praise of Shadows. He's so fucking funny. He is so funny, right? Because, like, his video is unironic, and that makes it so much better. Like, there's so much insane shit in it that the fact that he's, like, saying it seriously, mwah, beautiful. Anyway, this guy, Hexlarious Comedian. Are you legitimately not deeply embarrassed that the conclusion of your video is that normal people enjoying horror is a danger to you and your goals because you cannot divorce anything about yourself from an ideology you were peer pressured into? So yeah, so much of this is people basically saying, like, this is just a prototypical lefty, classic leftist moment. And it's like, yeah, okay, classic clown fucking moment, more like.
Hilarious Comedian says, are you legit pressured to vote? It's one thing to go after Wendigoon, but pro-bottom propaganda?
What? Wait, what? The fuck? I can't believe my gay sex chart was used for evil. It's one thing to go after what?
For evil. It's one thing to go after Wendigoon, but pro-bottom propaganda?
We could talk about another time, where someone made a YouTuber gay sex alignment chart and put Wendigoon as a sub bottom, to which he responded to them and said, "What did I do to hurt you?" Which, clearly is a joke, but also the worst kinds of straight guys when they make jokes related to queerness, almost exclusively direct the punchline at femme gays and bottoms, because they view them as lesser than masculine tops.
Bruh! Fucking nerd emoji, oh man. Bruh.
WinowJ563 quote tweets Praise of Shadow and says, "Boo! Did I scare you? I'm a job application."
That's fucking good. That is good. I loathe every person I see on the street. Look at that stupid asshole. Normal guy.
Person I
Facts.
see on the
That's facts. What's this one? Doom? Criticizing Wendigoon online will have you like this for real. Like they really think that white boy is their dad. Bro. Bro, this is kind of facts, except the problem is that In Praise of Shadows is not Doom guy. He's just actually being ripped apart, eviscerated. Every fucking organ in his body is being consumed as we speak. So let's get cooking.
really think that white
All right. Be generally a nice guy, soft-spoken, religious, but doesn't let it come off as overbearing or preachy. Generally respectful of all walks of life. YouTuber slams him for who he hangs out with. Implies he's some sort of shitbag. Whoa, what the heck? Why are people upset? See, it's just people defending Wendigoon. Where's the response of the guy? Damn, this dude just went, hey, just so you know, Wendigoon has some pretty weird political beliefs and associates himself with some scummy people, and basically everybody is coming for his head for it. Just because you like some YouTuber doesn't make them immune from criticism. Okay, Jakrimbo just didn't watch the video, I don't think.
beliefs,
And Jakrimbo's probably getting a nuke.
shows this
Someone legit said that he hope he gets evicted and starves, all because he criticized Wendigoon. Okay, listen, in Praise of Shadow, I highly doubt you're watching this because you have quite sincerely over 24 hours worth of other content to digest, completely shitting on you. So I highly doubt you're watching this. But if you are, reach out to me, okay? I would love to talk to you, my friend. I am not going to, dogpile you at this point. I think that pretty much everyone understands, like, you've been nuked, okay? But yes, your video was shit. That's like a pill that needs to be swallowed. I think you already know that because you've, kind of semi-removed the portion talking about Wendigoon. You've hidden your tweets, all this. At the end of the day, I don't wish for your life to get worse from here. Okay, you've already literally been eviscerated. This is blown up in your face worse than I think, honestly, I have ever seen any commentary video ever blow up in someone's face, which is saying a lot. I have been in this, commentary community for easily fucking 7 years. All right, so stay in there, bro. You just gotta get better. You just gotta improve, okay? And stop smoking weed. But anyway. And stop using Twitter. But anyway. You're a sniveling, spineless worm. I hope you get what's coming to you. In fact, I hope you don't make rent or get enough to have food this month. Okay. Relax. Atomix Soft.
tweet from Tanner.
Anyway. Damn, that's crazy. Anyway, here's In Praise of Shadow saying Wendigoon shouldn't be allowed to be in public.
Public.
Yes, but the reason that I care is because this does not belong in horror, or anywhere. I care deeply about horror, and everything that he does has demonstrated so far in his career that he should not be welcomed in our spaces.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's brain
Or even, just in public.
Carlos Garcia.
It's wild, bro. But he didn't do that to the contrary. He lied and misinformed many times, like saying the MP40 is a Nazi gun. That's not criticism, that's slander. His closing statement was that Wendigoon shouldn't be allowed in polite society because he is a clear danger to everyone around him. That's a cute synopsis, though. I mean, if you associate yourself with terrible people, you shouldn't be paraded around the horror community as this wholesome, unproblematic being. Okay, Jakrimbo, relax, bro. He said he shouldn't be allowed outside, and this is your response? Damn, he said that? Based. Okay, Jakrimbo's just going off. Oh, interesting. The leftist owl after hours. I think some of the arguments he makes against Wendigoon are a bit weird, but other than that, it's pretty solid. Wendigoon responded in the comments, but it comes across as a way of manipulating his audience into thinking he's kind than an actual response. See, okay, we've already gone over Wendigoon's response, but long story short, after 40 minutes of this guy basically trying to say Wendigoon's a dog shit ass motherfucker and he's a piece of shit and he needs to be 6 feet under, not really, but like he doesn't, he's a horrible person basically. Wendigoon responds in the comments basically saying, bro, I don't know who hurt you. I've never tried to have smoke with you, my friend. Watch out, because you just slandered Brandon Buckingham, so I would retract that. But also beyond that, bro, I really, like, I just followed you because I liked your Slenderman video. Okay, I really, I don't want to smoke, man. Okay, God bless. That's how Wendigoon responded. And so to interpret that as manipulative, it's like, in theory, yeah, that was such, you know, like the perfect, you know, response for Wendigoon to have, but it's like, oh wait, you're forgetting, maybe he's just a good guy. No. He's a piece of shit. But, you know, we love him anyway. And it's another one of those little things that someone who's evangelical would have learned to do without even thinking about it. That's how that entire theology works, at least when it comes to American Protestant evangelical. Bro, what? Yeah, his response reads as, I used to be bad, but I'm better now. Instead of actually going through what he's accused of and clearing up what has changed, or even delving into his own beliefs on the issues discussed. Oh, shit. Okay, interesting. So Wendigoon said, please no one harass or comment rude things on my behalf. I do not agree with or condone meanness in any way. If you're here to leave a spiteful remark on my behalf, don't. Nothing good comes from anger. Yeah, I mean, it's good that Wendigoon said this, but yeah, this guy got nuked. L. This is, you know, Wendigoon's full response, basically. He says, I want to apologize for people saying awful things to you on Twitter. I did not know this was happening and don't stand by that behavior. I followed you because I saw your Slenderman video and enjoyed it, then saw you in my recommended follows. It sounds like you strongly dislike me, and that's okay, but if I have done anything to cause that, I apologize. If I have ever spoken against you without cause or made any joke at your expense, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm going to read this in a proper Southern accent. I do not follow you to harass you, but if that contributed in any way, I wish I could take you back. You don't have to like me, but I hope you do not feel I have ill will against you. There's a lot you assumed incorrectly about me, but that's to be expected. I try to keep my life private in what ways I can, and my friends, mentioned in the video, can take up for themselves. I will only point out that your assertion about Brandon Buckingham is particularly egregious, because the lie regarding a threat was made up by Sneeko when Brandon called him out on his behavior. I know you wouldn't support an internet figure like Sneeko, but you inadvertently did by not checking the source. I've made similar mistakes. Most YouTubers have at one point or another, but harmful allegations spread when people parrot rather than decipher data. I've said things in the past that I do not agree with now, and am learning to better myself daily, and each day I find myself more in the wrong. I'm sorry for the things I've said to bring hurt or strife onto any person or people. May God forgive me. I hope you're successful. The Slenderman video was great. I hope you don't find myself or my audience impeding your career. And again, if you're here to leave a mean comment for me, don't be. Alright, that was pretty good. Okay, and then we have people reacting after that. Holy fuck, he's such a sweetie. He seems like such a genuinely good person. Even if someone doesn't like his content, I don't know why you go out of your way to hate him. Oh boy. I do kind of wish he'd stop apologizing, but I do respect his willingness to forgive and show love. I get that, and to a certain extent I agree. I think he apologizes for the right stuff, but he makes it clear that he means no harm. I think it's to show a record of him trying to get along. This self-righteous breadtuber thinks if you are friends with internet historian, donut operator, Shuon Head, Oompaville, Mudahar, Grever and Thumb, Turkey Tom, Brandon Herrera, or myself, then you are a bad person. That would make me a bad person. The end portion of that video is a schizo post. Yeah, that's facts. It's literally a schizophrenic. Like, it's so insane. Be careful, Wavy. I'm a gun YouTuber. You don't want to be affiliated with an extremist like me. You might be labeled as a bad guy. Guess I'm a bad person. Well, that's facts. That's society. I forgot I did all that stuff. Yeah, Oompaville is fucking funny, man. He was just like, yeah, I am a bad person, bro. I hate this genre of man. The iDubbbz, Noah Samson, Curtis Connor, soft boy mullet archetype. I don't know who told them to dress like that. It is attractive to women. Fair enough. This guy thinks you're friends with assholes. You're an asshole. Yeah, a bunch of people just not watching the video, I think. Oompaville's a bad person? Man, I feel like he's the outlier here. Interesting. All the people acting butthurt and pretending to be oblivious is the end. Is funny when in Praise of Shadows literally explained why those people might be bad and why Wendigoon isn't the wholesome dad character he puts on. Okay. Okay, who gives a shit? Fuck off. I just want to see this guy's fucking reaction, bro. Looks sick. Is available right now. Gokamerch.com. We got Eternal Beauty right here.
Shut up, Gokanaru. The real thing you should be advertising is our brand new Hubert NPCs. Did you enjoy the Sneeko video? Do you desire the love and companionship that comes with owning a Hubert of your own? Well, then you should head to Gokamerch.com and sign up for the email list. It's easy. Just take a look at one of our satisfied customers.
You open it.
Oh! Oh! That's hard. A little bite!
Wow, look at that smile. Making a friend has never been easier with our new Hubert NPCs. Sign up to the Gokamerch.com email list today so that you'll be the first to be notified when Huberts go on sale. Only a limited quantity will be sold.
So sign up. Oh my god. Alright. That was brain rot. Now, guys, guess what? Guess what we're doing now? Okay? We actually have a lot left. Because we're watching part 2 of Bo Black's series, because I'm assuming we're going to find in Praise of Shadows response. Oomp hit them with the, what are you going to do about it? Facts. Thank you for being a member, Chris. Thank you for being a shadow person, Chris. I actually like Anissa. Explain why you like Anissa. Because there's more shit with Anissa, man. Ugh, and I don't know that I want to talk about it, because it's like iDubbbz and Anissa kind of collectively, they've just non-stop continually provided their, haters ammo on a silver damn platter at every opportunity. And it's like, bro, all you got to do is shut the fuck up. That's all you got to do. But, fair enough. They want to vent, okay? They want to vent to the internet. Well, that's not consequence free, right? So, Anissa should paywall the private stuff for her own mental health, I think. Well, they tried that, and then people are now, in their Patreon scalping their private stuff, you know what I mean? Hey, yo, Ulcerous Spiv, thank you for the 2 bones, bro. I'm 100% certain Anissa has something over iDubbbz. What are you talking about, bro? They're fucking husband and wife. Of course they have something over each other, bro. It's called a fucking marriage certificate. Alright, our boy in Praise of Shadows has protected his damn tweets, so we must consult our boy Bobby once again, okay? Bobby's gonna deliver us from evil and show us the correct path. Here we go.
So in the last video, I showed the Twitter reactions to the YouTuber In Praise of Shadows' horrible video on another YouTuber, Wendigoon. And as a reaction to the criticism levied against his video, In Praise of Shadows went on Twitter to say,
A thread about the last few days. Many people have said very fair criticism of me and my work. That I did not appropriately portray people, and I would like to address that. Okay. Here we go. Someone's immediately just like, I didn't read all this, but have you ever considered getting a job? Also, lay off the seed oils. Bro, the seed oils shit is so funny. It's like, this is the new meta. It's like, instead of stop eating Soylent, it's like stop eating the seed oils, bro. I love it, though. You don't owe any of these slime bags an apology, and the hate you are getting over this only proves that you were correct in the first place. Okay, Jessica, relax. Relax, you don't know what's going on. All right, to Brandon, I do need to apologize to you for 2 things. The first, you were right. It was wrong for me to use that picture. I included it to show that you and Wendigoon had a closeness. There are other images I could have used to demonstrate that. This is in reference to the fact that our boy in Praise of Shadows, in order to show that Wendigoon, was friends or friendly with Brandon Buckingham, he used a post by Brandon Buckingham where his, elderly grandfather, seemingly, in the hospital, sick, elderly grandfather, was basically praised for, the fact that he's, trying to recover, you know what I mean? And so in Praise of Shadows, he uses the fact that Wendigoon basically responded to that, saying, fuck yeah, you're in my prayers, get well soon. In Praise of Shadows, use that as, the evidence that, Brandon Buckingham and Wendigoon are close friends. And yes, I called that out when I initially did my reaction. I was like, bro, you are poking the hornet's nest so bad. It's so disrespectful to fucking include somebody's a family member like that in this context. Very weird. And so yes, that's the first thing he apologizes for. And then he says, for what it is worth, I am genuinely sorry. I guess that's up to Brandon Buckingham to accept. Yeah, I never unsubscribe to horror YouTubers because even at their worst, they are usually still entertaining. I unsubscribed to you today because you're cringe. Oh shit, okay. Okie doke. You're genuinely a bad person, but I believe that you don't believe that. So susceptible to social pressures, malleable, weak-willed. Holy fuck. Getting toasted and roasted. I forgive you for thoughtlessly defaming me, but claiming all white people in deep Appalachia should be assumed to be racist, and saying Wendigoon should not be welcomed in public because of his assumed beliefs really shows how hateful and insane you are.
Deep Appalachia is very white country, and for the most part, is exceptionally racist. Genuinely in this part of the country, you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise. I care deeply about horror, and everything that he does has demonstrated so far in his career that he should not be welcomed in our spaces, or even, just in public in general.
Brandon continues.
This guy shamefully cut these segments from his video, but don't worry, I have the full VODs downloaded and will be posting a second channel video going over everything. Yeah, Brandon Buckingham's already uploaded this to his main channel. Nuking him. He got nuked. He actually eats glue sticks. This video is great, actually, because it shows you how unhinged and unaware these bread tubers are. These are the people telling everyone who disagrees with them to touch grass. Yeah. Imagine shitting on some of the most systematically forgotten and impoverished people in America and thinking you are virtuous and moral because they happen to be white. Then getting called out and saying, "You guys know my heart was in the right place." Damn. This guy pissed off fucking Oompa. Our boy Oompa. We are Oompa Simps in this fucking chat. So, fuck him.
Systematically.
Yep. Then Oompa, he says, "In Praise of Shadows is a picturesque example of true bigotry masquerading as enlightened, tortured genius that operates with empathy, nuance, and compassion above all else. There's so many of these people. It's so fucked up how lost some smart people are." Yeah, it's kind of facts. Can I ask for some positivity of the area? Where would you say is the prettiest place in Appalachia, nature-wise? I'm sure there's some beautiful scenic areas. I love Skyline Drive. Gangstar. Everything he says is smarmy and disingenuous. He thinks he's morally righteous for believing the majority of America are pieces of crap for not holding his exact political views, yet somehow believes he is the pinnacle of kindness and inclusivity, baby. Yeah. Truly a hateful person, and the worst thing is he isn't even aware of it. In his mind, he's the well-adjusted and well-behaved one with a level head here. All right, here we go. This is continuation of In Praise of Shadows, response here. The second is, I did not do my due diligence when looking into allegations against you. This is directed at Brandon Buckingham. To be honest, I saw pictures of you with Turkey Tom, with Donut Operator, with Wendigoon, with Brandon Herrera, and often with a gun in your hand. I wrote you off. Hey man, at least he's honest, I mean, this In Praise of Shadows guy, I honestly think that the limp dick way that he released the video, again, not putting Wendigoon's name in the title, basically hiding this, exposed section at the end of a 3-hour-long video, I think that he wasn't that confident releasing it, which makes it all the more funny that he still did it, and that he is getting absolutely fucking fried in the pan, because I think he could tell, like, this was mid as fuck, and I shouldn't have done this. But yeah, I did not feel you were worth my time, and that was a result of the company you keep. Ultimately, that is a failing on me, though, in how I presented that. Okay.
Diligence.
Interesting way to put that. You using homophobic language to me, though, in calling me a low testosterone freak, does not change my opinions about you. My base thoughts remain the same, even though I should have said them differently and not let that cloud my writing. So, if you say that somebody's low testosterone, that's homophobic. All you women in the chat, you low testosterone peons. Boom, homophobia. After spreading false accusations that I threatened to R-word someone, this guy is now claiming I'm homophobic because I said he seems like he has low testosterone. You're such a fucking victim. I watched your entire video and will be making a detailed response. Enjoy your month off. I don't think he's gonna enjoy his month off. Bobby. I had no idea you Holy shit. I had no idea you were homosexual. I was calling you a low testosterone freak for being a miserable, moody asshole who baselessly slandered me in an attempt to demonize a close friend of mine. You literally said Wendigoon should be banned from public spaces. We have been long overdue for one of your response video exposés, and he just delivered the content to you on a silver platter. Yeah, this is kind of, at the end of the day, this is what you need to understand, okay? This video is so bad that every single commentator has felt emboldened in fucking making a video about him. You know what I mean? Think about that. That's pretty rare. That's pretty rare that like unanimously across the board, every commentator is like, yeah, let me get in on him. You know what I mean? It's fucking horrible. It's a horrible, funny, hilarious video. But yeah, it belongs honestly in YouTube fucking history. Like that shit is a beautiful case study. Beautiful. On how not to do it. You know what I mean? And it's a good memory, honestly. Like, fuck. You provided some serious entertainment, bro. Like, think about it that way. In Praise of Shadows, took a lot of L's. Definitely gonna fucking follow you for a little bit of a while, whatever. Just double down on making good horror content and, yeah, learn from your fucking mistakes. At the end of the day, bro, you provided a shit ton of content, bro. Thank you. Anyway.
One of your response.
Shit. To Mudahar, your thumbnail art was transphobic. I have nothing else to say to that. We've been over this. It's just not how, bro, it's just cap. Shut the fuck up, anyway. Gonna back that claim up? What about painting me as a Tate fan when I wasn't? It's alright, I can't expect you to be good faith about anyone who've already perceived as being a monster. Wish you the best in a successful future. Everyone's like, hey man, have a good one. When it's really like, fuck yourself, buddy. That's good. Alright. This is the art that Mudahar, you know, basically used, that he's referring to as transphobic. Again, Just a Worm Art does this professionally. He draws people ugly, and he did this to me. There's an ugly Gokanaru image flown around there on the internet. So, you know, you know what, you're right. Just a Worm Art is transphobic. He's a piece of shit. Cancel his ass. It's telling that he preemptively cuts off any possible discussion on this specific topic when he's willing to engage with all other criticism. Just a Worm is a known transphobic artist from Kiwi Farms. You're being an absolute joke right now. I don't know anything about Just a Worm beyond Twitter. But he did allow me, he gave me permission to use his leafy art in my Sneeko video, so thank you, my boy. It was in no way transphobic. Portraying a horrible person as ugly is fine, actually. Yeah. Mudahar, your thumbnail was transphobic. I will not elaborate. Yeah. Alright, here we go. In Praise of Shadows continues. I always try to do my best. I dropped the ball here in how I presented this. My heart was in the right place. I try to live my life with integrity. If you have watched me for a long time, I hope you know this. Oh, shit. That's not... Alright, man. So he thinks that he fucked up just in how he presented it. He thinks his heart was in the right place. He thinks he has integrity. Shit, alright, fair enough, man. I think you're just deluded. But, you know, I think, you know, eventually you'll realize that. Anyway. I will always believe in trying to do the right thing and stand up to things that I do not believe in. I was overcome with anger because I think it is incredibly dangerous that there is a man in horror that cannot criticize without being called an F-slur for days on end. I think that is a very serious issue. Bruh. But I did let that anger at this affect my overall quality in the presentation of these events. I still think that is dangerous. I still think it should be talked about. But I should have worked at this to make my thoughts more clear and professional. Look, man, what did you do? You had a bit of smoke with Wendigoon, and some of Wendigoon's fans called you the F-slur. This is the fucking internet, bro. Again, it's like, I get it. Like, to an extent, you should, you know, your audience that you cultivated is somewhat a reflection of you, right? To an extent. But at the end of the day, it's like, where's Wendigoon's homophobic content? You know what I mean? I don't see it. It's just a Twitter moment, bro. And if there was any homophobic content, you should have cited that. I also think that it is telling that the bulk of what I said has not actually been addressed at all, and that many criticisms were instead about details that I got wrong, such as the nature of Brandon's work. I feel like it is important to note, even if I was off in some details. Mentally, I have grown very tired of conservatives picking apart my work for 2 years. I am worn down. I let my emotions get the best of me here. But the core idea in this needed to be addressed. But this was beneath me. This was a product that began with the hills have eyes, ultimately. I see. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, dude, your brain's rotten. Like, your brain's rotted. It shows, bro. It shows. Like, your brain is fucking deteriorated. Take some time off, recharge, and fucking come back talking about horror, okay? That's all you can do, bro. I made this video... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I made this video to say that even if Wendigoon did not harbor hate, that his base was made of it, and that he was comfortable making money from that. And I think that point stands true, and has now been proven, and it is now time to end this. What is blood gonna do? Is blood gonna... I don't know. Today we'll... Okay, here we go. Today I will be taking that section down from my video. I will be gone for a month while I recharge and work on projects at a slower pace. I thought this was important to talk about. I still do. But the way I went about it was beneath the normal standard that I hold myself to. As to my audience, I apologize for that. If you felt that you've been mischaracterized, that was not my intention, and I genuinely am sorry. There are ways to talk about this that could have been more professional. And as with anything in life, I'll use this to learn and always do better. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy boy. I care so much about horror. It is my life, and I grew tired and scared of seeing hate growing on the fringe of something I care so deeply about. Horror is about kindness. Horror is about love. Until next time, Zane. That was a bit of yap going on there. Okay, Zane, listen. Just double down on the content, bro. Just make better fucking horror content. Stop paying so much goddamn attention to these online personalities, bro. Literally just double down on doing what you do best, okay? Making horror content. Because, yeah, this is, like, bro, like, at the end of the day, this is a failure, right? Like, you already know that, but beyond that, like, it's not just because these people are hateful. It's like you are also deluded, like, dangerously so, you know? Again, I could cite examples from the damn video that he made, but it's like it's files on top of files of fuck ups. You know what I mean? Like shit that it's so evident that you are stuck in your own chamber. I don't know if you had anybody pre-watch that video, but my friend, if you did, you need people from outside of your bubble. Okay, you need people from outside of your circle, and I can be one of them. All you gotta do is reach out, my friend. Wendigoon, I do not get hateful vibes from his fucking videos. This entire attack, in my mind, is truly because, basically, of the people that he associates with. And I guess that's fair fucking enough. You know, I guess that's fair fucking enough. So here we go. We are now going to read the leaked Discord logs that this guy, you know, had uncovered, I guess. Embrace the Shadows made a patron post about the Wendigoon video. He thought he was doing good, making shit up about people, lol. Okay. Alright, well, let's read this. About the video. Hey everyone, sorry for not saying anything sooner. I wanted to take a few days to clear my head and genuinely listen to the conversation going on around this video before I address it. Flat out, I let my emotions get the best of me here. This wasn't my best work, and this wasn't my best self. This was made out of anger, and I should never lower myself to do that. And before I say anything, I should say sorry to you for engaging myself this way. I will not be taking on another project like this again. No! Bro, that was Kino. That was Kino, bro. Bro, we need another fucking exposed video by you, bro. Please, reach out to me, okay? I will not lead you astray. First, we take down Wendigoon. Guess who's next? fucking PewDiePie, bro. We're gonna bro fist his asshole. Alright, you know me as being a media analysis channel, and that is what I should be. I should promote love and horror through providing a positive example. Fair enough, that's kind of what I was saying, kind of. I thought that I was doing good here, and I think to an extent I did do some good. Yeah, you provided excellent content, bro, thank you. But I could have gone about it differently. This was not perfect and needed more time in the oven, pure and simple. And that was totally on me. The past few years, I've been a very... Oh, fuck. Oh, no, we're getting a lore dump. Honestly, bro, I can't cap with you. Watching that video, I genuinely started to get concerned for your mental health. I'm gonna be real. So, you know, when you're talking about these last few years being dark for you, I believe you. To be honest, I believe you. Like, I feel like someone who is not going through it would not have made that video. If that makes any sense. I might be wrong, but whatever. But yeah, the past few years have been a very dark time for me. The slow, gradual decline in the channel, algorithmically following The Hills Have Eyes, had built a genuine sadness. I think the word you're looking for is resentment. But yeah, sadness too, I guess. That has followed me a lot. The realities of the situation meant that I had to make a new video every month or so. And under those circumstances, there would be times where I would not be satisfied with my work, but still had to publish a video because I'd be broke if I didn't. And after my confrontation with Wendigoon's fans late last year, calling me an F-slur so many times, I built up such an anger at how I had been treated that I decided that I wanted to do a video about my personal situation mixed with the deep growing conservative nature within certain sections of horror. I thought this was a good idea. I thought it would be. See, this could have been, bro, but yes, the presentation was dog ass and you also made it a hit piece, so whatever. I thought it would promote a conversation that needed to be had. Bro, you literally said this guy the way he frames it, it's like not around having a conversation, bro. It's like around saying like this guy's a fucking danger to society and he should be hidden away, you know what I mean? It got vibes of like this guy doesn't deserve a platform, which I'm pretty sure is what you meant, but yeah. I thought and do still think that his level of social power is dangerous, but my videos should have probably just focused on the sections related to The Hills Have Eyes, and I do see that now. Interesting. On the sections related to Wendigoon's cultural appropriation, I think in particular I could have done better. Bro, you could have done the entire fucking thing better, but I'm glad you didn't because it was Kino. I know that it is a very tricky thing to talk about topics of gender, women, race, and the history of these concepts as a white dude on the internet, and I always try to do my best there in my work and life. I dropped the ball here in some of my language and logic, and criticism of me on this point is 100% fair. Ooh. I really hope that you can see that I thought that this was an important thing to talk about, and that I thought I was doing good, which is always my goal. I'm sorry to you again that I did not represent myself with the professionalism and standards that I normally hold myself to as a person, and that you deserve as an audience. I will be around for you to ask me any questions or to give me any feedback that you would like to provide. Thank you for understanding. There is genuinely not anything that I could say that could actually represent my real feelings of gratitude toward you all. Just really, thank you for everything, Zane. Holy fuck. Zane, my boy. My beautiful, sweet boy. He put out a community post saying he has received harassment. I do not condone it, but you kind of invoke karma when you straight misreport or lie about people. Holy shit, we got another saga from our boy Zane. All right, one last quick note. Oh, it's on YouTube, isn't it? Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out, bro. He got that classic, when you look up his fucking name, you just get the videos shitting on him. It's just nuclear war, bro. Oh, never mind. Oh, boy. He posted a community post and then he wiped it. All right, we got Boblax, my friends. Boblax is our savior. All right, one last quick note. Hey, everyone. I've already publicly addressed this on Twitter and Patreon, but thought I would do one community note before I left. I've decided it is best at the moment to take down the entire bad conservative horror video. Oh, fuck. He crumbled. It's really fucked up that he would remove such Kino from the platform, bro. Just leave it up. Just leave it up, man, please. It does not represent me and who I wish to be as a creator. I admit that I messed up pretty badly in my delivery and made a lot of mistakes, and I really am sorry for that. If I could do it again, I obviously would have done everything differently. This is invoking language of like, I've ruined my life, which for the short term he definitely has. This kind of content is not my forte, and I have avoided it in the past because of that. After being harassed in December by Wendigoon fans and called slurs dozens of times, I was deeply upset over how I had been treated and my perception of him not calling off the attack. I acted out of hurt and acted in a way uncharacteristic of myself. Some people have described the video as being very raw, but with that comes an element of being underbaked. I did not do the levels of research I should and normally would have done. I messed up there and fully acknowledged in every way. So, I'm taking it down. Woo, K-Body boy! At the same time, I do not believe the harassment I have received these past few days has been called for based on what I have done. Any criticism of my work is fair, and I accept it, welcome it, and own that. We are all measured by our words and our actions, but I do think it is dangerous that these creators do not tweet about or acknowledge the obvious situation at play. I will be fine. This is the last thing I'll say before I log off for a while. I want to reevaluate what I want my work to be, how I want to stand as a positive force within horror, and how to be my best self. I hope you will believe in me and my work again when I return. Again, for my mistakes in this video, I am sorry. I'll be back again a stronger and better self, both for me and for you. Okay, Zane. Damn. What situation at play do you think is he talking about? Basically the situation where, like, there's the cabal of conservatives who are nuking him and calling him F-slur. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Why does he think Wendigoon is dangerous, bro? Why does he think Wendigoon is dangerous? Bro is probably one of the least dangerous YouTubers on the face of the earth. What is he so scared of? I don't get it at all. Yay. Falsely accuses someone of being an R-word. I thought I was doing heckin' good, bro. He deleted the post. Dude is so fake with his damage control shit. Yeah, I mean, that's facts. It's like, bro, just commit. Like, just commit, man. Fuck's sake. Oh, no. Here are the leaked Discord logs, bro. Bro, log off. Log the fuck off. Blood is fucking cooked. Actual fried egg brain, bro. Holy titties in the caca. Wow. Crisis management tip number 1. Tweet harder. Enough tweets will change people's minds. This has always worked perfectly. I can't tell if he's chronically online or chronically offline. Bro, what are you talking about? He is absolutely chronically, terminally online. 100 million%. Without a doubt, in my opinion. I'll never understand this approach. The proven way to get through this stuff is to hyper-chad through it. Yeah, facts. I went and watched his THHE, The Hills Have Eyes video, and he straight up trauma dumps in it while talking about the 2006 remake. He needs professional help to unpack his unhealthy thought patterns. Goka, save him. No time to explain? Listen, here's an important lesson for life, alright? Something I've learned the hard way many times. In life, you cannot save any person who does not want to be saved. She don't want to be saved, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. But it's facts. You can't solve other people's problems. Especially not if they don't want to solve them themselves, okay? And there's a difference between people saying that they, want to fix a problem and actually wanting to fix the problem, Because, if they actually want to fix a problem, usually that is shown through their fucking actions, right? But anyway, our boy Zane definitely seems to want to be saved by his Discord because these were leaked. These were leaked from his Discord. Real talk. Do y'all think I come back from this? Pretty sad tonight, to be fully honest. If I just start back with my normal kind of work, do y'all think, like, things will be fine in the long run? I'm feeling the fucking stress, bro. Yeah, I knew this was gonna get rough, but it's harder than I anticipated. The rest of the year is supposed to be a lot of fun. I have even canceled 2 videos in the schedule to replace them with more on-brand ideas. I just couldn't live with myself if I prevented my partner from having a good life because of my decisions. Holy shit. Whoa. That's deep. So this guy's financing his partner's life too? Off of the YouTube shit? Oh. Zane, bro, you need a fucking hug. Bro, if I was Wendigoon, I'd show up at your fucking doorstep and give you a big ol' hug, bro. That's what has been on my mind the most here. I just hope that when I come back, things will be well received. I've decided to leave Twitter completely. A lot of YouTubers have, and I made the mistake of staying there when they took their exit. That's a dub. That's a big dub, actually. Yo, Zane, dead ass, unironically? Okay, so you've quit Twitter, which I hope you've actually done. That's a dub. You've decided to just double down on doing what you do best, which is horror-related content, on brand. Like you said, that's fantastic. Now, you've got to quit smoking weed. Sorry. Oh yeah, nobody in the video has actually refuted any of what I said, lol. They only point out small individual things that are wrong, but don't actually go so far as to say that what I said wasn't right. Bro, you gotta stop with the cope. Stop. At least he likes the art. Too bad he calls Worms art transphobic, even though it was just art to make Keffels look ugly, like this artwork here. But you know, transphobia or whatever. Unrelated to this, but I have wanted to say that despite everything that's been going on being pretty brutal on Twitter, even though it was supposed to be very mean and hurt my feelings, I do actually kind of love this drawing of me that's been going around. I think it's pretty funny. That's wholesome. That's kind of wholesome. Him just basically being like a chud. Look at this shit. That's actually funny. Aw, that's cute, man. That's fucking cute, man. Aw. Yay. Anyway. The miscalculation on your part is wild. I hope so. I always knew I would be hated by some, but I really didn't think this could be a career-ending move. Oh, shit. Bro, you're fucking dumb. You're dumb, bro. You just don't know how this shit works. You're literally, it's you know what it is, man. It's a guy who's probably barely ever, if not never, watched a commentary video in his life, and he just fucking tried in the most limp dick way humanly possible to call out and to, you know, stomp on, in a sense, like 10 of the most popular commentators right now. Bro is fucking, it's literally the meme where it's like Blood was walking into gunfire thinking he was like about to receive a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. All right, with this recent situation regarding In Search of Shadows, given he's removed his video and offered apologies, I really do wish the best for him in his future endeavors. I do not want any harassment to this person and genuinely hope he rebounds. I've made my own mistakes in life, everyone has, and I believe everyone has the capacity to bounce back and learn. I really hope he gets his mental health in order, as he aims to, and returns to YouTube with the aims of producing content he aims to. I have no ill feelings and genuinely want to see this person succeed. Humans make mistakes. They can also learn from them too. Ah, wholesome ass Muda moment. Muda moment. Muda moment. Muda moment. I'm with Mudar. Now, you know, it's nice for Muda to say this. Obviously, Muda knows, like, this guy's getting nuked. Like, tough. But yeah, him saying that, I think that he sees what I see, which is like, yeah, this guy's like probably mentally ill, bro. Like he's probably exhibiting, you know what I mean? Like, not to project that onto them, but there was a lot of red flags in his video that it's just like, holy shit, like this guy's going through something, right? And so at the end of the day, you know, we wish you the best, my friend. And when you emerge from outside of the shadows, just know that you can always take my hand. Okay. He gave me a Muda hard-on with that compassion. Facts. His video about The Evil Within, the movie not the game, is really good. He's never talked about YouTubers before. I'm still shocked that this dude of all people would make a Wendigoon hit piece. That's totally what it is. That's totally what this was. He saw a thread on Twitter, decided to use the thread to kind of capitalize on some of his resentment that's been building up toward Wendigoon after a little bit of friction. And, well, to put it simply, I just don't think he is familiar with the commentary scene. And, I think he got a little bit overconfident, to say the least.